Say what's on your mind. Speak loud from within. Make us sing along with the power of the pen. Say what's on your mind.
Yeah.
What's going on, yo? What's going on? What's happening?
Yo, everybody, put your hands together, and I'm saying it right? It's Brayla, right?
Yep, that's
Yo,
me, man.
put your hands together for my guest for tonight, Brayla.
What's going on, y'all? What's up, everybody?
Let's go.
What's happening?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Brayla, yo, first of all, thank you so much for accepting the invitation and joining me tonight right here on the Power of the Pen.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to talk to you.
Yeah.
I have so many questions, and I think we're gonna find out that we have a mutual a common denominator between us. But we're gonna find out tonight.
Okay,
we're gonna find out. So
find out.
I like to start my conversations and my interviews off like this. Brayla, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm great. Today was full of catching up. This month has just been full of, like, you know, catching up to my career, myself, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been doing a lot of outpouring to other people. So this month, it's my birthday month, so I'm excited.
Let's go.
I'm happy. Yeah, you know, Sagittarius season is approaching us. So I'm excited. I'm happy to be here, man.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yo, let me ask you this, Brayla. I have to ask you this because I'm just trying to figure you out. I ain't even going front. I'm trying to figure you out. Let's talk about your family dynamic. And what I mean by that is musically. Is your family dynamic like musically inclined and all of that?
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, if we're talking about how I started even singing, it's because of my family. So, you know, I mean, my mom, she is a singer and she sang in church all my life. So she was like my main inspiration, just watching her minister. And, you know, she was always like the go-to person when they were trying to find someone to sing like certain songs. And, you know, just seeing my mom in that element. And then my family had like a gospel group when I was growing up. So they would always go around the churches in our neighborhood in Dallas, because I'm from Dallas. Shout out to Dallas. They always go around in our neighborhood performing. And so my uncle would play bass and he would lead sing. And then my aunties would sing alto and soprano and tenor. And my mom was singing.
This is starting to make sense.
And my brother, he's another huge inspiration for me. So he was playing keys in our family gospel group, but also like he's the other side, like the R&B side. That's kind of how I kind of got introduced, because he would play with like bands like Snarky Puppy and stuff like that. So you know, that type of setting. That's what I grew up in when I was like going out hanging with my brother. That's how I got to know, like, you know, the kind of jazz aspect of my music. So I have him to thank for that, and then on the gospel side, I have my whole family to thank for that. But yeah, my whole family sings. My mom, my dad, my sisters, my brother, and then my brother plays keys, and then my cousin plays bass, and then there's me.
Yo, listen, that just makes so much sense.
I know.
Because what comes out of you is ridiculous.
Thank you.
It's ridiculous. You hear me? So, okay, I have to ask this, of course. You play?
A little bit.
Let me find out you like me.
I play keys. Like, I used to play classically. Like, that's how I first got started. My mom had me in like these piano lessons when I was a kid. Then my piano teacher passed away, and so it was just like, okay. So then I was like playing in school a little bit. There was like piano classes I would take, and then when I got to high school, I was like, okay, I'm gonna actually go and do like the whole thing. Like, I can't remember what we used to call it. I think it was called like solo and ensemble at high school. Yeah. And I go and I play my piano piece, and you know, you get your stuff, you get your little awards. Sometimes I got patches, like my Letterman full of patches for piano and singing and all of that. So, you know, I used to be able to like play for real. And then in college I had to play for myself and like produce songs for myself, since I majored in songwriting. So it's just like, you know, I had to, but now I need to get back to it, because I don't have the motor skills that I used to have. You know, so I miss it.
Okay, so my next question is this. I need to know, what was the big break? My introduction to you, I want to say, is through social media.
Yeah.
Okay, now people don't know. Let me tell y'all right now. So there's this vocal acapella audio clip, right?
Yeah.
Of Sweet Love that everybody and their mother is posting.
Yeah.
And you hear this girl, and it's like, with all my heart, an octave up.
Yep.
And she just breaks out into all of these nutso harmonies. And it's like, what? Who is this? It's Brayla. It's her.
It's me.
Yo.
It's me.
So was that your intro to like everybody knowing who you were?
No.
Or was there something that happened before then?
There's been a couple of times that I've gone like semi-viral through social media, like when I was in college and I sang in the a cappella group Pitch Lap that went on like the Shade Room and all of like, you know, the main Black social media pages that we all find like funny content or like music and stuff. Like I was on all of those pages, me and the group. Even like Beyonce's mom like posted and everything. It was crazy. So that was one moment. But like even when I was in high school, like there'd be like smaller moments where I have like certain videos of just me singing, and at the school it would go like semi-viral, like viral for what back then was. You know what I'm saying? So like on They Have the Range page, like all of the singing pages, I would get my moment here and there. But I would say like between Sweet Love and that acapella joint, like those two really had me like almost everybody was watching those two.
So you mentioned something, and here we go. This is the big question for me for tonight.
Okay.
You mentioned something about college, right?
Yes.
Where did you attend college?
I went to Berkeley in Boston. Yeah.
Yo! Here we go, everybody. Y'all know about to act up, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know get ready to act up.
Gosh. Why
I'm Berkeley. I'm Berkeley.
You went to Berkeley?
96 through 98. I didn't finish.
Though, for real, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's not a school that you go like intending to finish per se. Like it's like you go for the experience. You know what I'm saying? Like you go because you're a musician and it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like everybody that I met that didn't finish had that they needed by the time they left. You know what I'm saying? Like the networking was there. You met the people that you were supposed to meet. You know what I'm saying?
That is a bulk of my musical family.
Exactly.
From attending Berkeley.
Exactly.
I'm going through your social media page. You know, I read a little bit of your bio, and I was like, nah, she ain't go to Berkeley. This is another Brayla. It can't be, right? But then I go through your Instagram page, and I see the famous practice rooms. And I'm like, I'm like, yo, that's Berkeley.
Yep. 100%. What an experience that was, too. Oh, my gosh.
Talk to me about it.
Berkeley. I mean, I graduated a year early because I don't like school. So I got up out of there.
Come on.
As fast as I could. You know what I'm saying? I went through, like the first year, my freshman year, I went back home after the first 2 semesters and spent the summer home. But then I went like all the way through until I graduated. So I spent 2 summers there as well. Half online. Like I graduated online because it was in the middle of the pandemic. So I didn't get the big commencement concert and the big graduation where, you know, because our year, I think when I graduated, we had Neptune, was it? Pharrell, and I can't remember the other guy's name.
Do the speech?
Yeah. And we did the tribute to them, and it was and Celine Dion, I think. So, you know, we did the commencement, but it was all
just Pharrell and Celine Dion. You know.
It's just that we could have been there. We could have seen them face to face. I could have sang his song in his face. Like,
right.
But I didn't.
That would have been crazy.
Opportunity to do that my freshman year for their commencement concert. I ended up being in my freshman year, and I got to sing "Free Yourself" in front of Missy Elliott. So that was really dope.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think Justin Timberlake was that year too. And I can't remember who did The Greatest Showman, but that is who also was that year because I know they always do 3 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that was crazy being able to experience that my freshman year. But
so I heard you mention something about your major. Your major was songwriting at Berkeley.
Yeah. I majored in songwriting. I didn't minor in nothing. I was like, let's be in and out like a burger. You know, songwriting is something that I already was comfortable with and knew I wanted to like build on. But like once I finally got into the major, then I was like, it clicked. It was like, oh, I want to be a background vocalist arranger. Like that's what I want to do. I want to arrange backgrounds. And it would have been great if I would have figured it out a little sooner. I probably would have stayed in school a little longer and learned a little more. But you know, everything that they had to offer for my major was complete by the time I finished my junior year. So I've been thinking about going back though to master in songwriting, but you know, I just don't want to give them my money, so I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to figure it out. You know, I can't because that's the main thing for me with Berkeley. Like, it's so expensive, and I got blessed to be able to
This is
get a scholarship.
why I did not finish.
But I
Yeah.
still owe them money, and I'm still praying on if I'm gonna give them that money back, because it's just like, yo, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So, and I'm not even gonna get into the politics out of it. But why am I paying you student loans while you kill? Like, you know, it's a lot. So, I know Berkeley was like a great experience, but the money, it makes me wonder if like I should have just went ahead and like, you know, moved to Boston and just got the same network experience without going there. Because I met people who weren't in college at the time, but just was chilling around the campus, and they were the people I got the closest with. So I'm like, oh, so this is what I should have been doing the whole time. Oh, okay. So yeah, but it was fun though.
Community.
The people I met, it's the people I met made it so worth it. Like, those are friends I believe that I'll have for life.
For life.
It's just the people you meet. It's like, wow, like you get it. Like, it was crazy because you don't get that a lot. Because I went to public school for high school, so it wasn't like if I would have went to our art school in Texas, which is Booker T, everybody would have understood. But you know, you get your choir friends in high school, or like if you're friends with the theater kids or the band kids. But everybody else is just like, you know, the school is really honed in on like football and basketball. But like you go to Berkeley and everybody got the same mindset, so it's like
from all over the world.
Exactly. So it just made sense.
Yeah.
But I also think that I could have gotten that anywhere per se, but I think that the caliber of people that end up choosing Berkeley is what made it worth it. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I was looking, I said, that's a practice room. I said, that's a calf show. That's a listen, I was checking everything.
And I didn't do a lot there. I did maybe like 3 or 4 shows my whole time there, because I just was not like, I'm not a school person, and I was already like so homesick, trying to get used to being in Boston, freezing cold, and not even having a coat until like
especially
after
from Dallas.
The storm. Exactly. Like, it was a lot. But it was fun. The shows that I did do it was really fun to be able to do it with the people that I did it with, and I learned a lot. So I can't say that I did learn.
You talked about 2 things. So you love songwriting, and you also love doing background arrangements.
Yeah.
This show is called Power of the Pen. Why is the pen so important? What is it about songwriting that you feel like you have to stay connected to that?
So for me, I think the biggest thing that I take away from songwriting in my aspect is the ability to be so relatable as it connects to like emotions. Because like, I'll speak in my point of view when I'm listening to someone else's music. And a perfect example is, I hope I say his name right. It's my dog, Samoke. I'm not sure how he pronounces it.
Yeah.
But he's a perfect example. He has a song called "Don't Wait." That is a song that I will play when I'm going through it, and I'm literally singing a song with him. And as I'm singing the words, I'm like, yo, like this is my exact experience. And it's just like, the fact that we are able to do that as songwriters, like, it's beyond me. Like, it's like, how could you not want to continue to perfect that and continue to make sure that like you're connecting with the people that you call your audience? You know what I'm saying? So it's like the ability to be able to go into detail about an experience and people still relate to it is crazy to me. That's what I like the most about the pen, and I think that's also the most important to me.
What is it about background arrangements? Like, your ear is insane. Let me just pause real quick. My brother just joined in. Donovan, yo, she went to Berkeley. All right, let's jump back in. I just had to tell him that. I just had to tell him that. What is it about background arrangements and your ear for arrangements? My son, I put my son onto you this week, and he was like, he even posted in the comments. He was like, yo, she's insane.
Oh man.
Like, what is it about arrangements that is your thing?
You know,
because your ear and your voice, let's not forget, you're able to sing all the parts that you hear in your head. Right. You're like a one-woman orchestra. Seriously.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously. I mean, I would say that, you know, that's something that I'm constantly like continuing to figure out as I go and I perfect my craft. But I think that it all really boils down to just like my love for harmony, as it relates to instrument or just like the vocal instrument itself. Like, I just really have a love for harmony and the way that you're able to manipulate what harmony is. You know what I'm saying? Like, between harmony and melody, it's like you can make people listen to the most important part by arranging your background vocals around that. And so I like try to hone in on that by choosing one line to be the melody and harmonizing around the melody instead of like finding harmonies and then try
She's
to make
teaching
that the
y'all
melody. You know what I'm
something.
saying?
She's teaching you. She's
So,
teaching you something.
yes. And I think that, you know, I like I say all the time, the moment it clicked for me that like I loved background so much was the day my brother walked in the computer room at our house back in Texas, my mama house, and he was like, "Listen to this." He just put it on. The song was "Acapella" by Brandy. Something is missing, and that changed my life. Like that really changed my life. It changed my life. It opened my mind to like music could be. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't got that type of experience since, other than listening to Jacob Collier. Like when I first heard his cover of which song was it? Imagination, Pure Imagination. Woo! When I first heard that, those two things, that's when it clicked for me. I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do.
That's what I want to do.
That's what I want to do. Yep.
Okay, another commercial break. Did you hear Brandy's Christmas album yet?
Don't shoot me. I haven't heard it yet.
Brayla.
Don't do it. I know.
Brayla, what are you doing, Brayla?
Everybody's been asking.
What are you doing, Brayla?
I know. Life, I told you what I've been doing this month. Like this month is like redefining for me. So I've been focused in. I haven't listened to I've listened to one new song this month from everybody. One new song.
Hey, we don't have no problem with that. She's booked. She's booked. She got work.
But I just told my friend, like, what was it, yesterday? I said I'm going to listen to it as soon as I finish what I'm working on, because I got a surprise for everybody at the end of the month. So I've been working every day while also trying to remain consistent with these covers that I've said I'm going to do on Instagram. So, you know, I just haven't had time to listen to new music.
I'm so glad I'm your friend now. I'm so glad I'm your friend now. I can get like the intel. I can get like the deets.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm working on something, you know, something special that I haven't announced yet, but it's gonna be nice. So that's why haven't listened to any music yet. But I have listened to one new song this month, and it was I don't know if she dropped it this month, but "Alone" by Willow. Yeah, that got me. If y'all haven't heard that, check that out.
That's not the song that she did when her brother came out on stage. She what was that, at Coachella?
I don't know, because it came out this year. So if they didn't do Coachella
I'm
this
thinking
year,
about another song.
Yeah, I just started. It came out this year. I don't know if it's like super new or not, but I just came across it on like TikTok or something the other day, maybe 2 or 3 days ago. Oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, I'm going to stop and listen to some new music real quick, because that on rotation.
All right, so listen, everybody. The next question that I have for her is gonna follow with the snippet of this. I just need y'all to hear a little bit of this lady, because she is just like, she's my new favorite, one of my new favorite artists. I'm gonna play a little bit of this that she just did recently with my nephew.
Yeah.
So girl, don't play me for no fool. I'm already used to the way you move. And you could try to lie, you could change your mind, but you be at your best when I'm loving you. See, everybody's got a rhythm, but me and you, we got connection. From the first moment I met you were my reflection. So baby, please, can we just start over again? Cause I don't lose you. Can we just start over again?
Yeah.
That's all I'm giving y'all. That's all I'm giving y'all.
Perfect clip.
Y'all gotta go find it on your own.
Yeah.
Yo, this song is called "Do Over" with my nephew, B Bearded.
Shout out
and
to him.
Featuring Brayla.
Yeah.
Yo, let me tell you something. The vibe on this joint is so. Do you see the fire emojis? Everybody's going crazy. Yo, that's just one of the joints. Like, that song is crazy. Man. Like, what was it like working with him and creating that song?
Man, it was so random. Like, I think that the best moments that I have musically end up being like such a random moment. Like, I can't even remember how. I think I came across his page from a friend of mine who plays keys. He just posted him, and I was like, yo, this is killing. Like, it was just one of his random Instagram videos, and I was like, yo, this is killing. So then he was already following me, I think. So then we kind of like started, you know, liking each other's posts and stuff. And then he made this one post, and I commented. I was like, yo, this is really crazy. And he was like, yo, like, wouldn't it be crazy if we did an EP? I was like, it really would be crazy. So then we just exchanged information. And when he hit me, he was like, y'all got this one song, this one track I think will be perfect for you. So he sent it to me. And I was like, yeah, let me sit with this a little bit. I think this thing. So I'm sitting with it. I'm walking to the corner store. Gonna go get me a cheesesteak, some Philly stuff. And it hit me. As soon as I was going to the corner store, I was like, can we just start over again? I was like, that's the song. So I got on live. I recorded the whole thing on my Instagram live. Everybody watched me write it from top to bottom. It was just like, as soon as I got the melody, like the track was so perfect for me to just go ahead and flow. And all the lyrics, it just came so easily. Like it just, when I get that type of track that leaves the right amount of space for how I write, it makes it super easy for me. Because, you know, songwriting, that's really the hardest part of all of it. And yeah, I will sit and arrange for like 4 or 5 hours in one sitting, but like writing, that could take me a long time. So the fact that I was able to just write that in one sitting, that should tell you how crazy that track was to me. Like, I really love his approach to R&B, period.
He's so
like it's different, you know, but it's
he's
perfect
so dope
for how I sing. Like, it's perfect for my tone, it's perfect for my arranging, it's perfect for my register. So, you know,
that's a great combo. You and him together, that's a great combo. Kudos to y'all on that. That joint
from us.
That joint is hot.
Thank you so much, yo. This is my favorite song I put out this far. For
yeah,
this the one.
Okay, so now we got to talk about this.
Okay.
You are featured. You're one of the featured vocalists, a cappella. I might add.
Oh yeah.
I might add.
Yeah.
On the tribute album for Twinkie Clark, produced by Donald Lawrence.
Yes.
Yo.
Oh gosh.
His joke is easy.
Bro.
In less than 2 minutes, you kill.
Thank you.
In less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So do you understand? Do you understand? Like, your name is associated with Twinkie Clark, with the Clark sisters. Like,
man. I'm still speechless to this day. And we finished that like at the top of the year. And I've been speechless forever. Like, it's still the craziest experience that I've had thus far. Just working with Donald. Oh my gosh. Like, he is the GOAT.
Everything.
Like, when y'all say somebody's a legend, an icon, the GOAT, like, he's actually all of those things.
He's
like,
all of those things.
Oh my gosh. It was crazy to experience like how we worked, because we did it like all virtually. You know what I'm saying? I recorded that at the crib. I honestly might have worked on this on live too. I'm not even sure, because I record everything on live. It's so easy to record on live for me. I don't know what it is, but yeah, like the way we sent information back and forth, and like his notes, and like the way he guided me to how I arranged it. It's a crazy experience, and he's so kind-hearted. Like, you just really don't get that a lot no more in this industry. So the fact that he's just that genuine of a person, and then I got to meet him, I don't know if it was last month or the month before that, but like, he's really just overall who he is in and out on social media, in person, on records. Like, he's really the GOAT, man. Like, oh my gosh. So I'm just honored to have been on a project that he planned, that is tributing someone that literally put so much inspiration on my career as well. Like, because I listened to the Clark sisters growing up every day.
I was going to ask you, did you grow up listening to the Clark sisters?
Absolutely. My uncle, who passed away years ago, I miss him so much, but he definitely is the one who introduced me to the Clark sisters, and he would just have me like sitting watching them perform live. Like, the live CDs they would have, he used to keep those on rotation. So, you know, all of the Jesus is a Love Song, all of those, like, I was studying that when I was like, 6, 5, all of that. Like, until I wasn't going over my grandma's house as consistently, you know?
What's up, Matt? I see you. Somebody put in the comments. Somebody put in the comments something that was so accurate, and they said you're a diverse girl, right? And they're just talking about you as an artist, and they're not lying, because I just played like the most hardest R&B vibe, right? That's so chill but so dope that you just murdered, right? But when I tell y'all that this girl will show up to your church, and wipe it out, like,
I will.
Look, listen, yo, she will show up to your church. she will show up to your church and wipe it. I'm talking about Lisa Brown and the Brown Singers wipe out. Quartet wipe out. Clark Sisters wipe out. A little bit of Kim Burrell wipe out. A little bit of Leandria if you push her.
Thank you. Respect.
Like it's crazy. It's crazy the diversity in your voice and what you deliver, that you're like this musical combo. Like, it's just crazy. I knew I was going to fan out with you on here tonight, so I'm not making no apologies for it. Like, I really dig your diversity. I dig that, you know, you studied your craft and you grew up with that musical background and those influences, and it's all in you, and you're not limiting yourself to a box sound and a box genre per se. Like, you are just, you're opening up and you're just singing.
Absolutely.
I had B Slade on last week.
Oh wow,
that was crazy. That was crazy, and we talked about that with him as well. Is that, you know, there's so much inside of you. You can't limit that. You can't limit that. You have so much to contribute. Who are some of the people, like you name the Clark Sisters, you name, like you listen to Jacob Collier, different people. Like when I think about you, I think about Brandy. I think about Jacob. I think about, I ain't going to front, one of my vocal heroes, Bobby McFerrin. Like I think about people who you can tell they're not just haphazardly creating music and creating sounds. It's very intentional, and it's good. Like it's good, right? So who are some of the other people that influenced you growing up?
Who hasn't? I mean, like, even like when I think about it, there's people that intentionally inspire me, but there's the people that I didn't even realize inspire me, and I'm still like learning that. Like, as I continue to grow my artistry, I'll hear certain things. I'm like, oh, that's who I took that from, and like learned that approach from. So like I would say mainly like from who I intentionally studied was Brandy, of course, Jasmine Sullivan, of course, Kim Burrell, the Clark Sisters, Stevie Wonder was a huge inspiration for me. Yeah, shout out to my sister, because if she played his records all the time at home, so
how could you not?
Tone and his approach,
how could you
like,
not?
That's a huge inspiration. I'm telling you, like timeless music. Them, so him, Michael Jackson, D'Angelo.
You talking my language?
You
talking my language.
Who else was a huge inspiration? Ella Fitzgerald. Like, I may not be able to get her approach exactly, but like she's someone I've always been inspired by. Like, she's the only reason why I knew about jazz growing up, because I didn't get that background for real. Who else? There's so many people. Tweet. That came later on in life, but like her Charlene album changed my life. Oh my gosh, that album top to bottom. I talk about it all the time. Like, that's one of my favorite albums in the world. Who else?
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, because I know you could go on with that list all night, right?
Okay.
There, you know, we have to show people. This platform is to give people an insight to the real side of artistry, creativity, the ups and the downs, right? Let me ask you this. You are now in the industry. Like, you've worked with some top people. Okay, before I ask you the question I'm going to ask you, let me ask you this. Okay. You never ask a woman her age. You never ask a person their age, right? I just want to know this. Are you still in your 20s?
I am. I'm 23.
I'm done. I'm done.
It's the truth. I'm 23.
Joshua, this is about to be your friend. That's my son. This is about to be your friend.
Oh my God.
Okay. So listen. Now that you're in the industry, right? You probably came in, and I don't know if you had any expectations, and maybe I should ask that, but what I want to know is this. Were there any experiences that you had after you got in the industry that made you feel like, ugh, like, I wish that wasn't that? Like, or, you know, I wasn't expecting that.
See, some of my people in here, they know. Listen, I've had countless experiences now that's had me like, do I even want to be an artist? Like, for real, for real. But I think I'm trying to find my words. I'm working on me. God is working on me. So, you know,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
trying to find it.
Yes, sir.
I think I definitely had expectations for people's bottom line respect to at least be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, as in regards to like communication and just honesty, and not like me personally, I don't like people that beat around the bush and like try to avoid the point of certain stuff. And that happens a lot in the industry, and it's something that you kind of have to get along with. But also, like, I'm just a firm believer in, like, if you don't like something, you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get we all got a goal in this industry. We all want to move up on the charts and things of that sort. But like, going through this type of things that I've experienced with certain artists and certain producers, and just like even like venues and things of that sort, it's just like, it makes you realize you can't do this stuff like alone. Like, it's not a one person game. Like, and also, like, you got to really be honest with yourself about whether or not you want people to be involved in your world as you being an artist, or if you want to be just a songwriter who's in the background. And, you know, I feel like that's something I still try to decide on each day. I feel like I'm getting too far into the artist life to be like, oh, I don't want to be an artist. But at the same time, it's like, there has to be a medium. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out now. Because, you know, I'm still young. I'm still figuring it out. But I'm like, there has to be a medium. I'm like, there's got to be a medium here somewhere. Because, like, I just believe that no matter where I go in my artistry, I want to keep my honesty. And I want to always make sure I'm communicating effectively and not doing the same thing to people that come after me that's been done to me, because that's what I've experienced the most. Like, everybody is hurt from the industry. Everybody is. And, you know, it's hard not to experience so much trauma and become the trauma that you experience. Like, we all deal with that, whether we're artists or not. Like, that's stuff that we deal with in our relationships, in our personal life. We all battle with unlearning things. And I feel like that's not an effort enough in the industry. And that's what bothers me the most. Like, people are not putting in the work to unlearn the methods that harmed other people before us. Like, you watch all of these musicians get strung out on drugs, killed, commit suicide, and we're not really making no change for real. And it's just like, it's hard to be that person who stands on that, because everybody's gonna always look at you like, oh, they're different, they're trying to be different. But you know,
you go again.
I'm finally at a place where I'm like, yeah, like, I'm okay with being that person that's different, that's gonna stand on their word, that's gonna stand on business, that's gonna be honest, even if it, you know, don't seem like that's what everybody else want. Like, I'm okay with being the different person. Like, I grew up gay, so I know what it's like to be the different person in the room. I'm not afraid of it, and I feel like that's what's going to keep me being the artist that I am. My ability to not be afraid to show my freedom of expression and be able to respect people, and not be scared to respect people, even if it's like, even if they better than me, or even if they're not better than me. Like, there's no room for all that when we're doing what we're doing and we have a passion for it. Like, that be what get me. Like, where's the passion, bro? Like, all this other stuff is what it is. And, you know, a lot of it boils down to people just trying to get a check. But at the end of the day, like, anything that's going to be tied to my name is going to be done with passion and honesty and communication.
We love it.
You know?
And we love it. And we love it. I'm going to share something with you, Brayla, that one of my guests said that was so powerful. He's a powerful speaker, Bishop S.Y. Younger, right? He was on my platform and we talked, and he said this. He said, I'm not here to be the thermostat. I'm not here to be the thermometer. I'm here to be the thermostat. So I'm not here to check the temperature. I'm here to set it.
Right.
So when you walk into rooms, be you.
Exactly.
Be you. And make the energy match yours.
Exactly.
Make
the
energy match yours.
And
100%. That's what I would like to say to you, to encourage you in that vein. There's something that I do on this show with all of my guests, and you are so deserving of this. We want you to know, everybody that's been on my show before, y'all know what to do. Y'all get the heart emojis, get the flower emojis, and the fire emojis ready. This is our song of appreciation, Brayla. We want you to know, if nobody else tell you, we love and appreciate you.
Thank
you.
Here
we go.
We appreciate you. Yeah.
Let's go, y'all.
Love and appreciate
Y'all put some flower emojis in there.
Yeah.
Give her flowers now.
appreciate you.
Hey.
Yeah.
Love and appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Look at this. Come on, y'all.
Appreciate you.
That's love, man. Some more.
Love and appreciate you. Yes, we do.
Yo, Brayla, let me tell you something. I knew I was going to fan out because I'm telling you, I've been following you, and I just love what I'm hearing. But what I love about this show is that we don't just get to talk about your music. We get to know you as a person, right? And that's even more important because that helps us to appreciate the music even more.
Absolutely.
You know, the vocal agility and the vocal strength and execution, that's all amazing. I can't take nothing away from that. But for you to be this great person with intention,
man.
you know, and actually have some sort of idea of what you want in life and what you want to put out into the atmosphere, that's huge, man. I want you to know that you are loved and appreciated.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it so much. That's what it's all about. And
Yo,
y'all make it worth continuing to be an artist. So I appreciate y'all just as much as y'all appreciate me. So thank you.
So let me ask you this: like, what's next for Brayla? What's coming up? I know you said you got a big surprise you working on, but like, what else? Okay, before you talk about that, you sang in a cappella groups. Let me tell you, y'all go down the rabbit hole like I did, y'all. Just go on YouTube and put in her name. She got videos. She's been covering songs by Jasmine, by Beyonce, by everybody. She ain't afraid of no task. She ain't afraid to cover nobody's song. You've been singing with a cappella groups. Like, what?
And that was like a quick. Well, I mean, honestly, like when I got to high school, like that's when I first joined a bigger choir and like really like started taking it a lot more seriously. Because in middle school, I was in band, and so I played percussion in the band. And then one of my church family members ended up being like the choir director in middle school. And so he made me come over there and start singing. And so that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna start doing the acapella thing. And so like we were doing the choral acapella music. So, you know, I started immediately noticing that like I could really get comfortable there because of my ability to read music from bands. So then I started taking it even more serious in high school. Like I was choir president, but like I was in varsity freshman year, you know, learning all of those hard pieces. And you know, I went to All-State like what was it, 2 or 3 times. I finally had went all the way, which is like a big deal in the choral world for high school. So it was like I got the experience of what it was like to sing a cappella there. But then when I got to college and I did the a cappella group, that was like a cappella R&B. So I was like, okay, this is kind of different, you know what I'm saying? But it was challenging because, you know, it really so close to almost scatting, and that's like the hardest thing in the world to me. Like I can't like scat on purpose. And so, you know, reading scat syllables and making it make sense with the melody, it was a lot, you know. I feel like that was the hardest year, my first year, trying to get all of those songs memorized and things of that sort. And you're also still like singing like how I would normally sing. Like we were singing runs, but putting notes to them and things like letters and all. It was very complicated, but like our arrangements were so good. So it was just like, it was always so fun to learn it. So I loved it. It was super fun. It's something I would do again too. Like if we ever came back together and did like a reunion year, I would absolutely do that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what? I just realized there's something that I have not done on this show in a couple of episodes that I think is deserving for this show. Everybody that know what I'm getting ready to talk, but y'all probably don't know. I want y'all to put hashtag curveball. Put hashtag curveball in the comments. Here we go.
What's the curveball?
Here we go. Hashtag curveball. Here we go. I'm doing it because I know she can take on the challenge.
Oh my God.
Okay. Curveball is something you was not expecting. but we're gonna see if you can handle the challenge.
Okay.
Right? I watched one of your videos, and I'm like, yo, she did not just flip this song like this.
Which song?
She did not just flip this song like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start it off, and then I want you to take it.
Let me see.
All right, you ready?
Okay.
You ready? They said curveball. Everybody put curveball in the comments. Here we go.
We're gonna see.
Here we go. I like the way you comb your hair. I like the stylish clothes you wear. It's just the little things you do that show how much you really care.
Yeah. What did I say? They show how much you really care. Like when I'm all alone with you, you know exactly what to do. You put that fire inside of me and make it more than just a dream. And I like it. Yeah. I love that one. That's a fun one.
Yes, sir.
That's a good joint. Shout out to my bro Josh. That was fun. That's a
yes,
good one.
That's what I'm talking about. Somebody say curveball.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yo, Brayla.
Shout out to Josh, yo.
Thank you so much for coming on tonight. Yo, this is so dope. You're gonna be like my new little sister. Like I'm just gonna put that on you.
Bro. Yeah.
You're my new little sister.
Yeah, man. You already know.
This is so dope. I'm so excited about your future.
Thank you.
I'm so excited about whatever you have that's coming next. Like, I just know it's gonna be dope.
Thank you.
I know it's gonna be dope. I pray God's blessings over your life. That He continues to light your path. Seriously. And we have to do this for our young people, this new generation, because you guys, y'all are different, right?
Yeah.
But it's with just cause. It's not just because you want to be different. Y'all had a lot more things in your faces than my generation did. You were exposed to a lot more. You know a lot more earlier than you probably should. And then you just, you guys want to explore so much, but you seem to be grounded.
Thank you.
You seem to be grounded, and I love that. I love that.
Parents. Great.
That's what I'm talking about. Big up to the parents.
Yeah, like
Big
mom
up
and
to the
dad.
parents.
Say what's on your mind. Speak loud from within. Make us sing along with the power of the pen. Say what's on your mind. Speak loud from within. Make us sing along.